So I'm here today doing the 2 books from 6 genres tag. It was... I don't even know what the books aren't even in order. Hello, I am here today to do the 2 books from 6 genres tag, originated by Benjamin of Tomes, wherein we are given 6 different genres and we're told to choose our top 2 books. So the first topic is dystopian, and here are my 2 books. We have A Strange Manuscript Found in a Copper Cylinder, a wonderful Canadian novel by James DeMille, and then Generica by Will Ferguson. You will now find this published under the title Happiness Trademark. The next genre is romance, so I chose Dante's Divine Comedy. This is just the Inferno. I have the other copies actually up here. You can't see them, but they are up there. It's comprised of 3 separate books. In the Inferno, the Purgatorio, and the Paradiso. The romance actually occurs really in the background of this and in the Paradiso. The next romance novel is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Heathcliff and Catherine are one of the best tragic couples of all times. The next genre is fantasy. So I chose Wicked by Gregory Maguire, where we get to learn about the Wicked Witch of the West, renamed Altheba for the point of this book. We follow her from birth to death, and it's wonderful. Anything by Gregory Maguire is really well written. The next book I chose for fantasy is The Unlikely Ones by Mary Brown. There is a wonderful female character in this book called The Thing, and yes, I recommend it. The next genre is science fiction. So here I have Dune by Frank Herbert. This is the first in a very long series, but very worthwhile read. My next science fiction recommendation is Snow Crash by Neil Stevenson. This is especially good if you like looking at a lot more than just technology in your science fiction, such as linguistics, mythology, religion, and of course cyber reality. The next genre is paranormal, and so my first choice is actually this huge complete works of Edgar Allan Poe, who is a wonderful author. The particular story I recommend if you were only going to read one other story, if you haven't already read The Raven and The Telltale Heart, would be Berenice. It's one of my all-time favorite Edgar Allan Poe stories. The next paranormal book I chose is actually YA, I'd categorize it as, and it's The Dead Kid Detective Agency by Evan Munday. It's a wonderful story. This is the first in the series. The next one, I believe, is called Dial M for Morna. But yes, I look forward to actually reading the 3rd book in this series. The next genre is historical fiction, and the first book I want to talk about I couldn't be bothered to dig out because it's in the very far corner of my bookshelf, hidden behind my desk, and it is, oh my gosh, just drew a blank. And it is called The Devil's Arithmetic by Janet Lunn. It is a story about World War II, where a girl from the 1980s gets transported back into a concentration camp, and it is wonderful. Well, not wonderful, obviously, but it's a wonderful story. Then the next recommendation, and the last recommendation, is The Root Cellar by Janet Lunn, which is a wonderful story that, again, has to do with time travel, and deals with the American Civil War. So I know this tag is quite old, but I know a few people haven't done it, and I look forward to seeing other people's recommendations, and thank you. Cheers!